I came out of it, I asked him every question that I could think of. And I knew right then and there that this was not going to work for me. Hi, I'm Mikhael Bassilli, founder of Scriptmatix. Like a lot of young screenwriters and filmmakers coming out of film school, I was obsessed with succeeding. I did everything I could. I worked for free. I chased every opportunity I could. I think anybody that went to school with me would tell you, Mike didn't fuck around. It was like I had a one-track mind. And my goal was to make a feature film. That was the pinnacle for everybody in school, right? It was the threshold you had to cross to go from like aspiring filmmaker to a professional. Like if you could just do it, everyone would respect you. And I was relentless. I started a production company. And while I was doing that, I was funding my own writer's room. I was building software to help me evaluate scripts at scale so I can run events and curate talent and curate new projects. And I developed projects with emerging writers and professionals. Meanwhile, I'm doing the production thing. I'm producing indie shoots, wedding videos, ads, digital content, like anything to keep the dream funded. And eventually, I got the opportunity to make the feature film. It was a humble little micro budget contained thriller called Baby Money. Very little amount of money, but banded together the friends, got a really good team together, and we got worldwide distribution. We did it. We had a festival release, we made the best out of it. And I remember though, right after that was the moment that everything changed for me. It was end of 2021, and I'm sitting on a rooftop in Century City, and I'm with the owner of this distribution company, really rich, wealthy guy. And it was a great meeting, but I left with a massive reality check. I describe it as, I came out of it, I asked him every question that I could think of, and he was very generous with the information, and I left with a very lucid understanding of the industry apparatus. And I knew right then and there that this was not gonna work for me. I really didn't even know what to do. I was kind of screwed, to say the least. I just had a baby, and my life was just changing rapidly. And here's the thing that I've been doing. I put so much time and effort into it, and I realized at that moment that this isn't gonna work. But I put my entire life into this. And to say the least, that was a very hard year for me, trying to wrap my head around what I was doing. Then end of 2022 comes around, AI shows up. And it was, for me, this moment of inevitability. I just saw and I knew that the time was coming when making films were going to change forever. And so I pivoted everything I was doing, and I built what Scriptmatix is today, because it's exactly what I desired as a writer and filmmaker in that position. This platform is for writers and filmmakers who just don't want to play stupid games, who don't want to knock on doors or write cold emails that just never get answered, who just don't want to network and do all that bullshit. You just want to do the work. You just want to get it done. You just want to make the thing. I'm making it the platform that I've always desired. And it really starts with story, because I think at the end of the day, yeah, AI is going to make production possible, but making the story, that's still going to be everything. Everything begins with the story and ends with the story. That's why we got Story Engine right now. And the Studio Composer is going to come out later this year. It's going to allow you to produce it with a whole suite of amazing tools. But right now is the time to get ready to make the story. And I invite anybody who this resonates with to join me at Scriptmatix.com for free. Check out my links, take advantage of everything it has to offer. Check out the screenplay development processes and the models that I've built. And listen, this is our time. Like, subscribe, comment, and get ready. I think it's going to be a fun time.